I'm Michael and this is Salt Candy. In this video, I'm going to review Tiltshift by Goodhertz. If you want to spend less time EQing to better results, you're going to want to check out this plugin. Tiltshift is probably my most used plugin in production and recording. By quickly getting the vocal or instrumental part I'm working on in the right ballpark tonally, I drastically reduce the amount of time I have to spend EQing and the amount of thought that I have to put into getting the different parts of my mix to fit together. Now let me know in the comments section below if you've used Tiltshift or something like it to either great results or perhaps not so great results. Let's begin. Okay, so here we are in the DAW. I've got 4 examples that we're gonna run through, but first let's just go over what the plugin looks like. This is it. I'm gonna go ahead and blow it up so you guys can see a little bit better. But yeah, most of the action happens in this one slider right here. Positive tilt, negative tilt, and you can see the slider adjust over here in the little visual representation. We can adjust the range that we want to be tilted, and then the rest of the signal will be unaffected. We've got a low and high pass that we can apply, and these monitor buttons if we want to hear what we're cutting out. We have 4 loudness modes. Auto maintains perceptual loudness as you adjust the gain of the tilt. Standard leaves it alone. Treble leaves the bass alone and only adjusts the treble, and bass leaves the treble alone and only adjusts the bass. You can have infinite undo and redos within one DAW session, so if you quit, then you lose the redo history. We've got this preset folder. We can A/B things. Over here, we have a popless bypass button, which is better to use than Logic's built-in. We have an advanced controls page where we can adjust the filter slope for either the low or high pass and the amount of resonance we want to apply, if any. This is where we can log in or out of the plugin. This button actually takes us to a web page where we can share that web page if we so desire and copy the plugin settings, which actually you can freely copy and paste in the plugin. So if I want to go right-click, paste, I can paste whatever settings that I have. So I can go copy, paste. So how do I use this plugin? I use it across my mixes if I want to quickly tonally control every single one of my tracks, maybe brighten up certain vocals, darken certain instruments, just kind of get everything sitting right real quickly with just, a few seconds per EQ situation. Goodhertz has another plugin called Tone Control. I actually find that this plugin is how I very quickly and powerfully control the tone of most of my tracks, but I will be going over tone control in another video and eventually comparing and contrasting what these plugins are good for. I'll also use this in mastering or on my mix bus for more subtle adjustments. So yeah, this can just really apply some very quick and musical EQ adjustments. Let's go ahead and run it through a few examples. So this first example is just a piano snippet on a song that I'm working on. And let's go ahead and play it. And I find this just to be too dark, which is my experience with most sampled piano, is just it starts out really dark and muddy. Yeah, I like that. I brought out the air on the piano. It sounds like it's more real to me. Got out not really much bass down there, but I like just the cleaner low end, a little bit more of a round bottom on it. So this is one of my most frequent uses of Tiltshift, is to quickly brighten dark sampled instruments. Okay, let's go ahead and look at my next example. Here I have a kick that feels a little too bassy and boomy to me. So I've applied 6 dB of tilt, as well as a 60 Hertz low pass, 24 dB slope, and 6 dBs of resonance. So let's listen to it with and without. I like that cleaner yet still substantial bass to it, while also I think the kind of the punch of the kick is more emphasized and will probably cut through a mix better. And again, I only had to touch 4 controls to make this happen. It was very quick. It sounds very transparent, just the sound I was trying to dial in with no excess. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to my third example. And I found when I got to the end of the mix that the whole mix was just a little too dark. You know, it wasn't drastic, but it's not like I wanted to just increase the air on it or just decrease the bass. The whole mix sounded good. I'd gotten used to the sound and it was a little too dark. I've just applied a half dB of gain. I've activated HQ mode because this is a mastering situation. Let's take a listen. Time takes everything. It's not like we agreed. I won't wish for anything if I can't bring you with me. Though this hurts, I still sing for the bright light that you bring, for that place in you that's the same in me. So yeah, pretty subtle, but it just kind of gets the mix just where I want it. And then this final example, I've broken down, kind of bounced down the mix and recreated my signal chain here. But the point that I want to show you is just this lead vocal. It was a bit too bright. It was sitting just with the backing vocals, and I wanted to bring it down and kind of give it a little bit more body. Now, the vocal was still generally balanced, so I didn't want to go and rebalance the vocal. I just wanted it to sit lower in the mix. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
Spirit of the forest, you know my name, but on my soul, you have no claim. Sycamore leaves, screaming the breeze, scaring my dreams away.
Notice how the lead vocal in the center just kind of drops down a little bit, kind of subtle, even though I'm applying a fair amount of gain adjustment. Let's listen to a different part of the song, maybe. So no lead vocal right here. It's about to come in. And this song actually hasn't been mastered yet. It ends up getting brightened quite a bit in the mastering process. But the lead vocal to backing vocal separation that this EQ move applies is maintained. So that's Tiltshift for you by Goodhertz. I cannot recommend this plugin enough. Like I said, I use it across my mixes, on my mix bus, while recording, to just quickly dial in that sound that I'm looking for. My recording philosophy involves being decisive and trying to get the sound I want dialed in as quickly as possible. And this plugin goes a long way with its very simple and modern interface, high sound quality. And it's just a joy to use. So yeah, it's $49 at Goodhertz.com if you want to check it out. I will be reviewing a number of other Goodhertz plugins, in addition to various other plugins as well, and analog gear in the weeks and months to come. So make sure you're subscribed, click that little bell icon to get notified whenever I release a new video. I'm Michael, and you've been watching Salt Candy. Hope to see you in the next one.